Hello, beautiful, amazing, fantastic world, and you, a wonderful, beautiful individual. Today, I would like to speak about through silent, conscious awareness and observation, the silence, or it is only silence if, you do hold yourself to the silence. From this silence, you are, both using your imagination, also blended in with memories, blended in with concepts and certain things that we have picked up over the years. But when we take our time to truly reflect upon it, think about it, ask questions about it for ourselves, how much do we truly understand it? To be able to understand, to be able to observe and perceive, and to have a certain inner strength and foundation in what you are observing, requires training and practice. And that is also where our individual task come in. It is for for any and every individual one of us that is embarking upon this path, this journey, to unfolding and developing our power of imagination, inspiration, and intuition, the higher forms of thinking, feeling, and willing, so that we truly can perceive, listen to, and hear what the higher realms have to tell us, what they have to learn to teach us, and what we have to learn to grow as human beings. Imagination is one of those faculties that allows you to truly connect into the spiritual world, but it has to be done through inspired love. It has to be done through freedom, through longing for it, interest for it. It's like, imagine any artist, really. Any artist worthy of renown, worthy of reverence. And when I say reverence, I mean admiration for their work, for who they are, for what they're doing, and so on. That feeling you should have towards, development, growth, unfolding our potential in this incarnation, from past incarnation to future incarnations. If you hold that interest instead of being distracted, you see where I'm coming from here. Instead of being blinded and lulled to sleep by distractions and abstractions and glittering gold, which is not always gold, you focus on growth and development through practice, through breath work and silence, but also from the silence you use your imagination, inspiration, and intuition, or growing them so you can use them in the future. We should not get ahead of ourselves here, because this is still only in the rudimentary stages. Imagination is the strongest we have. Inspiration is still barely noticed and felt. And intuition, forget it. That is, if you or I had pure intuition, that means every single action we would do, we would never question. That means even if we made a mistake, we would know why that mistake or error occurred. Was it karma? Was it because of our recklessness? Was it because of impulses? Was it because of spiritual attacks? And so on and so forth. That is what we are trying to truly come to an understanding about, so we can perceive it in details, perceive it in understanding, perceive it so we can counteract it with the proper good forces. Morals, love, compassion. I know what I would prefer, at least, and because I prefer it, I do it, even if I don't see it always. Because I am not looking for what I am aspiring towards outside of myself. as I have said in a video earlier, spiritual development and evolution happens inwardly, and our physical body is but a vessel which evolution occurs within. Once this body is laid aside, your soul spirit has developed, and it will take abode in a new body in the next incarnation. You will never stay the same. We never were the same in the first place, from the ancient Indian to the ancient to the ancient Persian. Those two were as night and day, more or less, because the Indian were purely inward. Everything outward was illusion. On the other hand, the Persian side, where inwards is the demon realms, outwards is where we should work. We should find the divine outwardly. And then the Egypto-Chaldean, where they try to combine them again, but they are still fighting each other, you see, these two sides have been going at it ever since. But the human being is the balance. It is the center. It is the middle man. And our head and our will are there to, well, direct, more or less, not to be leaders and bosses of our own inner being. For I promise you, if you follow your head, you wouldn't find anything moral there. If you only follow necessity, if you only follow what your body wants, well, we can already imagine where that will lead us. So it is all about that, finding the freedom in where necessity and freedom lies, or necessity and morality. For in morality lies freedom. Because necessity is one thing, but you do not eat 24/7. You do not sleep or sit on the toilet 24/7. You have a lot of free time. What are you doing with that free time? Is it in a lulled sleep? Is it in a hypnotic state? Is it so you can barely remember your day when you go to sleep in the evening? Or have you really been here present, you see, the whole day, so you can look back at the whole day, reflect on it, extract every ounce of knowledge and understanding you can. Of course, one does not go overboard with it in any way. But as long as you do a few of these practices, you will come to understand yourself. And understanding yourself, once you do, you have nothing to prove, because you know who you are. And the only reason for you to prove that you are something is that you prove you are something you're not. If you are something, you are something. You do something, you live by it. One should not need to prove it, obviously. By being the example you wish to see in the world, no matter how long it takes, no matter the struggle, no matter how much we would have to go through, be it discomfort, pain, it also ends up in blessing, in joy, in beauty, in warmth, because we have faith, love, hope, on top of our justice, judgment, fortitude, and prudence. So holding strong to these, what should we call it? Non-negotiable traits, non-negotiable inner being for ourselves. We do not need to force anyone else to do it, but we just do it. So if people follow along through inspiration and their own freedom, then we have helped a little. Every single little voice and little inspiration helps, especially in this day and in this incarnation. So unfold your imagination, but your imagination in relation to reality, to the outer sense perceptible world, your inner feeling, thinking, and will world, so that it actually correlate with each other. Ooh. And so it doesn't become abstractions, clouds, hazy mists, concepts that cannot fully be understood because they are more dreamlike pictures. No, you can truly get to understand the spiritual realms concretely, detailed, but it requires us to, first and foremost, know it is possible. Second of all, it will have to be one of our interests. If not, well, then it's just like trying to do something you don't want to. And, well, that is never an easy task in the first place. So find what you burn for, because as I have mentioned in this video, all of these faculties can be used for a plethora of good, beautiful, and moral ways. It's just about being creative with it. And that is where you come in. That is where your choices lie. May Father, Holy Spirit, Christ, my God, ancient masters of all, ancestors from every incarnation, bless, protect, guide, love you on your beautiful, amazing, unique, and, well, awe-inspiring journey towards redemption, the divine, and the human heart and love. Thank you so much. Love you. Goodbye. And have a nice weekend.